obviously making fun of the media, but she's saying like, for once it's me. And then we all saw Mauricio's face. I don't know. So it's like, I found that interesting too, that they're kind of aware of some of these things that are said. Also, I don't know if you know this, like Kyle had a whole thing years ago with Perez Hilton. We've had Perez on the show. Should really get Perez back and bring this up, huh? Maybe that's a good thing to do. But we had Perez on the show. But Kyle had a thing with Perez. You can Google it. I think it's still out there where Perez printed something about Mauricio with not women. And I think Kyle called him. I don't even know the details and had it taken down. And it was a whole big thing. So it is out there. I'm not saying this, but I thought that was interesting about this. I also think what's interesting is Sutton. Now, let's talk about, do you guys have a minute? Do you literally have a minute? It will just take a minute. I think it's so interesting that, look, Sutton is a great housewife. The one thing I say about my housewives is, I don't care if my friends have money. I don't care if people in my family have money. I care if my housewives have money. Isn't that why we're tuning in? I love it. That's why I love these real estate shows. Selling the OC, which, by the way, someone also asked me if we're going to have anyone on from Selling the OC. We just had on Gio Helio, and yes, we're about to go hard and deep down. Thank you, Netflix, for being so kind to the Behind the Velvet Rope podcast. We're about to go deep and hard and down the Selling the OC. We're having a lot of people come on for that. I love that show. I love Selling Sunset because the agents may not have tons of money, although they have. I love seeing the buyers that are just looking at these $20 million houses. This is why I love Beverly Hills. I loved Bling Empire. I love my reality TV. I love it when they're really rich. So that's why, one of the reasons why I love Sutton, because she truly has money, as opposed to all these fake housewives that don't have money. I love when Garcelle asked her how much the horse cost, and she said more than your Birkin. But let's not forget that Sutton was the only one that season. I mean, she left crying when Erika became a thug. No offense, EJ. With Sutton is the only one that said, I don't understand. Like, what is going on with Tom Girardi? What do you mean he fell in a ditch and this and that? This makes no sense. So Sutton is a great housewife because she does her job. And when something doesn't make sense to her, she speaks up. She's such a good housewife. I love Sutton. I really do. But regardless, is this producer, when I watched the trailer, I saw a lot of producer involvement there. Like, do I think they chose Sutton as the one? Let's go down the list. Well, Erika's going to be your ally. Dorit's like your best friend that's still on the show. Who is left here to really challenge you? Could have been Crystal, but to me, this reminds. So I think it's half and half. It wouldn't shock me if producers were like, tap, 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 Sutton, you're the one that's going to go hard on her. And I mean, it also makes a great housewife because a lot of people could say no. And Sutton just probably says, sure, tell me what you want me to do. So I love myself some Sutton. I do. But she is the one. I think it's really funny, well, Garcelle too, also, when she says it's her marriage, but I love when someone's like, where's Kyle? And Sutton's like, she's off denying something somewhere. It's going to be Kyle versus Sutton this season. I mean, I know you guys are excited for that. Sensing a lot of you are not Kyle fans anymore these days. You guys turn on the OGs. But regardless, I think it's going to be great. I think Sutton is a great housewife. I do think it's somewhat producer, like tap, tap, tap. It's going to be you. Obviously, they edited it that way. And yeah, I mean, this is now, also I'm talking about Lucy Apple Juice and the takedown of Kathy Hilton. Let's not forget 2 seasons ago, it was Tom Girardi and Erika Jayne was the entire storyline. So you're not going to have an easy season, Kyle. You are an OG. You're in, what year is this now? We all know you're making a shitload of money, a shitload. Kyle's over $1 million. So sorry, this happened and you got to face it. If we learn something, it could be a great season. It is going to be the whole season. I think a lot of people are not happy about that. and are skeptical that we're going to learn something, but I really think everyone's going to tune in. I love when Erika tries on the ring and it's $1 million and she says she'll give as many BJs as possible. I love the money of Beverly Hills. So I am so excited for the return of this. I thought the trailer was great. Listen, I said that I ran in, I was at Homeless, Not Toothless. I had a conversation with Crystal. I got the impression in talking to Crystal for 2 seconds that she was talking about Anne Marie. She said, when you're right, you're right. And I don't know what she was talking about, but I could sense she was having some problems with Anne Marie that night, which I find interesting. I think Crystal is a great housewife too. I mean, you guys don't give her enough credit. I mean, we're not looking for someone to burn the house down anymore. It's not what Bravo wants. They want that like middle of the road, do the job. I think Crystal shows up, she brings it, she does what she has to do every time. I really like Crystal. I really, really like Crystal. What else can I tell you about the trailer? I thought they all look great. I thought the looks, that beige nude looks, I thought Erika looked the best. I think it's sexy. She's showing off that like weight loss. I thought Sutton looked second best, and I loved Crystal's baby doll dress. Loved it, loved it, loved it. So is everyone excited? October 25th. And those are my main takeaways from the trailer. We have another trailer this week. I am less excited about Potomac, but I'm excited. Look, I'm just cautiously optimistic. I think I'm going to love Beverly Hills. I love Salt Lake. I'm just cautiously optimistic because you know how they say bad things and good things happen in threes. So I want Potomac to be so great. I didn't love last season at Potomac. Do I think Potomac is better than Atlanta? I do. Do I think it's better than the OC? I do. This I don't like, and I've said this before, I don't like when a trailer is humorous. I don't like when it's funny. I don't like I don't like that they're doing this like ode to like an old movie. I don't like it. I don't like it. Potomac proper, and they show how everything goes awry. So, but I do think it has potential. Look, the one thing I want to point out from the trailer is I don't think there was enough, unlike Beverly Hills. We're going to have a whole season of Kyle and Mauricio. I don't think there was enough Robin and Juan. At the end, there was Juan saying he doesn't care what people think. Robin is saying, why am I the villain? I mean, look, I would love, I like Robin. I have nothing against her. I would love just like either a Robin takedown season or a Robin bit season. I want Robin to do something major this season. I want her to be like, where did that Robin come from? It didn't seem like there was enough of the Juan stuff to me. So if that is just swept under the rug, I'm going to be really mad. I'm going to be really mad. Like, this is a real thing. We've all read about it. He was fired from his job. There's all these rumors out there. Let's deal with what's going on with Juan. I really hope that it's real this season, at least with Robin and Juan. So that was one of my things that stuck out with the trailer. I think Candace, I think she did an interview that she said it's like an emotional season. I don't know. It seems like she's going to have a pretty good season to me. No one's really, yes,